Jeremy Allen White's performance in the biopic Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere has captured the essence of Bruce Springsteen's complex humanity in a way that resonates profoundly with audiences and critics alike. At the heart of this portrayal lies an unflinching exploration of Springsteen's lifelong battle with mental health challenges, a theme that White embodies with such authenticity and grace that it elevates the film beyond a mere biographical recounting into a poignant meditation on vulnerability, resilience, and the transformative power of art. The story delves into the multifaceted world of one of America's most iconic songwriters, peeling back the layers of his public persona to reveal the raw, often turbulent inner life that fueled some of his most enduring work. From the outset, White approaches the role not as an imitation of a celebrity but as an immersion into the soul of a man grappling with profound emotional turmoil. He portrays Springsteen as an intensely feeling individual, passionate, introspective, and burdened by the weight of his own thoughts, who happens to channel those experiences into groundbreaking music. This nuanced depiction highlights how mental health issues, far from being a footnote in Springsteen's narrative, are central to understanding his creative process and personal evolution. White's ability to convey this internal struggle with subtlety and depth has been lauded for its beauty, turning what could have been a straightforward biopic into a deeply empathetic character study that invites viewers to confront their own vulnerabilities. The film's producer, drawing from intimate conversations and observations during production, emphasizes how White's interpretation aligns seamlessly with Springsteen's own candid reflections on his mental health. Springsteen has long been an advocate for open dialogue about these issues, sharing his experiences through memoirs, interviews, and songs that lay bare the darkness he has navigated. His willingness to discuss depression, anxiety, and the isolating pressures of fame serves as a beacon for others facing similar battles, breaking down stigmas that once shrouded such conversations in silence. Yet, the biopic reveals that this openness was hard-won. In his earlier years, Springsteen was reluctant to acknowledge or seek help for his struggles, viewing them perhaps as an inevitable byproduct of his artistic intensity rather than something that required intervention. A pivotal turning point in this narrative arc comes through the influence of Jon Landau, Springsteen's longtime manager and confidant, who played a crucial role in encouraging him to pursue therapy. Landau's gentle yet persistent guidance marked a shift from suppression to confrontation, allowing Springsteen to alchemize his pain into something profoundly healing and universal. This moment is rendered with exquisite sensitivity in the film, where White captures the hesitation, the breakthrough, and the subsequent liberation that follows. It's a portrayal that underscores the importance of support systems in mental health journeys, showing how a single voice of reason can illuminate a path out of despair. Central to this transformation is the creation of Springsteen's seminal album Nebraska, a stark, acoustic masterpiece born from the depths of his emotional nadir. Recorded in a makeshift home studio on a 4-track recorder, the album's raw, unpolished sound mirrors the unfiltered honesty of Springsteen's introspection. White's performance brings this period to life with haunting realism, depicting late-night sessions where songs like Nebraska and Atlantic City emerge not as polished hits but as desperate exorcisms of trauma. The actor conveys the exhaustion of wrestling with demons, the quiet terror of isolation, and the cathartic release when words finally give form to the formless. Through these scenes, the film illustrates how confronting one's internal chaos can lead to artistic transcendence, turning personal suffering into a shared human experience that connects with millions. White's preparation for the role was as meticulous as it was immersive. He immersed himself in Springsteen's discography, poring over not just the anthemic stadium rockers but the quieter, more confessional tracks that reveal the songwriter's fragility. Interviews with those close to Springsteen provided additional layers, allowing White to grasp the nuances of his speech patterns, mannerisms, and the subtle ways his eyes betray unspoken sorrow. Yet, White avoided caricature, focusing instead on the universality of Springsteen's struggles. Mental health, after all, doesn't discriminate by fame or fortune. It's a thread that weaves through every life, and White's portrayal makes that evident without ever preaching. The film's release in cinemas last October was met with widespread acclaim, particularly for White's tour de force performance. Critics have hailed it as a career-defining turn, one that showcases his range beyond the brooding chefs of the Bear into the realm of historical drama. His ability to balance Springsteen's charisma, the gravelly voice belting out Born to Run with unbridled joy, with his quieter moments of doubt creates a fully realized character who feels alive and achingly real. Audiences have responded similarly, sharing stories of how the film prompted their own conversations about mental health, proving the power of storytelling to foster empathy and healing. Beyond the individual portrayal, the biopic weaves in broader themes of legacy and reinvention. Springsteen's career spans decades, marked by triumphs like the E Street Band's electrifying live shows and setbacks like creative droughts and personal losses. White navigates these ebbs and flows with a quiet intensity, showing how each challenge hones Springsteen's artistry. The film's depiction of his therapy sessions, for instance, isn't sensationalized but portrayed as a gradual unfolding, a space where vulnerability becomes strength. This approach demystifies mental health treatment, presenting it as an essential tool rather than a sign of weakness, and White's empathetic lens ensures that these scenes resonate without exploiting them. In reflecting on the role, those involved in the production note how Springsteen's openness paved the way for such an honest depiction. His memoir, Born to Run, laid the groundwork with its unflinching accounts of manic depression and suicidal ideation, themes echoed in songs like The River and Darkness on the Edge of Town. White draws from these sources to infuse his performance with authenticity, capturing the cyclical nature of recovery, the highs of creative euphoria clashing with the lows of doubt. It's a beautiful alchemy, as the producer describes, where trauma is transmuted into timeless art, reminding us that the greatest stories often emerge from our deepest wounds.